was gone. Our 2 cars were sold, and there was no air conditioning. Our whole life had changed. A couple of years later, my parents took me to the park, where I saw orphans with no homes to go to. That made such a big impression. When I started having success, when my second CD sold 12 million copies, and I was suddenly an international star, I decided to establish a foundation for children, and I've donated half the profit from my subsequent 4 CDs to it. In addition, I'm planning a big benefit concert early next year to raise more money. The foundation focuses on providing nutrition and high-quality education. So far, we've helped more than 5,000 kids.
It's interesting to follow a single bit of information over the internet. A bit traveling from England to the US, for example, first goes through an underwater cable to Halifax, Canada. Then it goes to a building in New York City where operators hand connect glass fiber cables to route the bit on its way. If the bit is heading south, it goes to a facility in Virginia called the Network Access Point of the Capital Region, which is at the intersection of the major data pipes going across the country and down the East Coast. This center gives a lot of important email being sent to and from the U.S. government. If the bit is going west, it will travel part of the way through wires alongside railroad tracks. Finally, the bit will arrive at the small town of Grover Beach, California, where perhaps a special station will prepare it to cross the Pacific Ocean to Asia.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Eagle Airlines Flight 582 for New Orleans is now boarding at Gate G3. Boarding is for business class and special passengers at this time. This is the final boarding call for Eagle Air Flight 644 to Philadelphia, boarding at Gate E4. Final boarding call for Eagle Air Flight 644 to Philadelphia. All passengers, please have your boarding passes ready and make sure that you have collected all your carry-on baggage. If you're still waiting for your plane and looking for a bite to eat, you can find something for everyone in our food court, located between the A and B gates in the main terminal.
Good evening and welcome. This is the 4th presentation in our Maywood Community College Arts Lecture Series, and we're glad you could come. We all love Last One Standing, the new reality show that's been a surprise hit this season. Tonight, we're privileged to have with us a co-creator of that show, Derek McClaskey, who spent part of his childhood right here in Maywood. Derek has been a writer, director, and sometimes actor for the past 15 years, and has worked on such successful shows as The Briscoe Bunch and Streets of Salt Lake. Tonight, he will discuss how Last Man Standing came about, take us behind the scenes with a special video clip, and clue us in on what's in store for Season 2. Afterward, Derek will host a question and answer session for half an hour, and then will be available to sign autographs. I'd like to remind you to please turn off or mute all electronic devices during Derek's talk. Now, without further ado, please help me welcome Mr. Derek McClaskey.
You have 2 choices this holiday season. 1, you could fight the crowds moving from store to store. Or 2, you could come to Supercenter and find everything you need in one